This is Close Combat Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 18 of the Axis campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. Let's head back to Cassino with a merged battle group. We're going to have 12th Pioneer Battalion, 12th SS Panzer, and we're still defending against 2nd Glasgow Highlanders, who do not look like they have merged themselves. We now have a combination of Street Fighter battle group and Akira battle group. We aren't quite strong enough to have every slot filled out yet, but this is looking a lot better. Unfortunately, no armor came along with this merger, and we still don't have a ton of AT capability, but Maya did survive with the medium AT, and the new merger did bring along an 88. So we're looking better in that regard, and we have a few more Panzer Jaegers to draw on. Right now, I'm expecting this to be enough to hold the line for a minute, but remember, we were struggling with dealing with their armor, having only infantry. So this is hopefully still just a stopgap until more tanks arrive. And as I expected from the strategic map, the enemy has not merged battle groups, so they are running still just one platoon and 2 sections and 3 support elements. Now this time they are bringing a Churchill and a Crocodile, and they've got a machine gun, but the infantry situation is no worse than it has been. We've got the same plan we've been using, except I do have 2 advance elements up in the far north, just watching to see if they come across any of those fields towards the bocage far out of our line of sight. Besides that, I have 1st platoon over by the orchard, and I would like to retake the orchard, and 2nd platoon over on the west side by what's not labeled as the orchard, but is also one, I guess. So we're going to defend both of these positions. We're going to have them pinched in the middle, hopefully, and then the AT guns are in the southwest and southeast, converging in case armor does come this way. All right, well, they're not right on top of us, so that's a win. I want to scout the apple orchard, so I think let's take, I don't know, Yuri Han and Alex. We'll move them over here cautiously. And then let's get these guys on defend, because if we start getting shot at, we want to be ready for it. On the west side, we're just going to sit tight until we see some movement, because that is a very big field to try and cross. Here we just have this small little gap, so if we get across there, it's a little bit less risky to pop out. One thing that I would like to see happen here is a little bit more patience, which obviously I have control over, but in the heat of the battle, do I? But so a little bit more control, and being maybe a little bit more cautious about what fights we take. I want to still be aggressive when the time fits, but I don't want to just run headstrong into a battle in order to wipe them out, because I need to last longer than they do. They've got reinforcements and I don't. So the goal here is, if we want to win before the end of the campaign, I have to actually seize the terrain, and in order to do that, I have to have the manpower to do so. So we got to take small gains as they present. Seems like all is well so far. Let's drop a flare right here. Huh. Well, all right. Uh-oh. We do have some contacts here. Hide there. I would have expected somebody to be hiding in the bocage on the west. So they're going east, but they're going north of us. So we're going to have to intercept that. We can't see over the bocage here, so let's reposition to the edge of it. And I don't think we have to worry about Caen that far south, so I'm going to bring them up to take that position. We're going to have to move Yuri Han, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to see that far north. We have a red dot. It is unidentified, so that doesn't help us. We'll stick with this fight for right now. If they come out, we are actually in a decent position to hit them once they're in the field, but I would like to be able to bring a lot of teams to bear on them. So we still got to get all these guys, I don't know, just a little bit shifted around, because I was kind of prepared for covering the whole defense until we knew where they were. So if they're going north, we got to face the north.
Einheit ist wieder aufgestellt.
I'm also not ready to do anything with Akuma and Abel yet. I want to leave them up here, and I think we'll just let them watch for a minute, because there is still a flag for the enemy to go for that they might be able to spot. I think their movement stopped. I don't know that they know we're here. I just don't think that they're ready to continue on. So buy us a couple minutes, maybe we can get some guys positioned, and then we'll be able to fight them from two different positions, like from the south and from the east.
In position.
So we can't see over theirs, but we do have line of sight if they clear it. So I think that's a decent spot. Zoo can't help, but with only 2 manpower in that little element, we're totally fine with them just staying back and supporting through morale. We have line of sight there. It's a little bit obstructed, but if things pop off, they can help. Still nothing really going on the west side. I feel like that's going to change right when I'm in the thick of it. So let's move up here just so we can see over that wall. And we have shots fired. Go ahead and open up. Can't see. Now, if we take Birdie and we go far north and then west on their flank, this might work. In fact, let's go fast, because we don't want to give them a chance to reinforce. Let's just get in there. We're going to have to move up. We've only got limited line of sight because they stayed well on their side of the bocage. Alex is cowering. They're kind of not having a good time being the only ones being shot at. Grenades out. Okay, they do have another element further back. It's kind of hidden under the trees. If you look where it says Apple Orchard, they're hiding right there. There's another one, perhaps. That might be 2 over there. I think I can see 2 clear red dots. I can't tell if there's actually 3 teams or not, but let's assume that there's 3 teams there. This is already falling apart. As soon as we moved, they came back, so we're going to have them hide back there, open up with our machine gun. I tried to be strategic about where I placed elements that have machine guns in them, and so I think they're in decent spots, but it's just a matter of the fact that none of the teams are at full strength. We have a lot of 2-man fire elements, and I'm not loving that. Oh, tank has arrived. Okay, never mind. Change that plan. Tetsuo, you get back, and we'll live to fight another day. So I think what we'll have to do is maybe smoke right here. Ooh, we got hit. We're wounded. 1 down. We're down to just 1 man. Let's get out of there. Doesn't even matter where, just so long as we're not there. And we're going to have to plan on using the Panzerjäger. So let's get... never mind, they're dead. We're going to get Yamagata up there to be ready when the tank arrives. And we'll just have to wait on the infantry fight. Over here, we want to keep moving in. We've killed some people. They've either pulled back or we've killed them, whatever. But, like, we need to push the fight and sweep through here a little bit. There we go. Contact here. We do have a second team further west in the orchard. So there's definitely still 2 there. That would explain there being possibly 3 there from the start. So let's assume there could be still more. Now if we can get K to chill. They've had 3 casualties, unfortunately, and I wasn't looking, so I'm not exactly certain if it was just simply the infantry shooting at them as they retreated, but that's my fault. As we move in here, we're going to have to be very cautious. Let's try and get everybody to drop this first team that's closest to us. Mortars are falling, but they are light mortars. So I think I'm going to try and ride that out. Now, Yuri Han's in a decent spot, but they don't have great line of sight. So I'm trying to get them to be able to hit them from the flank. Uh-oh, we have backup coming in. Second squad is running up. Might not be able to move Yuri Han just yet. I don't know, we got 3 teams shooting there. So Yuri can probably take a chance and try and get a little bit of a better angle. They're looking through several trees, so it's not working. More mortars falling on K. We're going to go wide out and around, try and get away from their line of sight. And although it doesn't really matter, the squad will get disbanded. Try and preserve that guy. Just keep the morale up. Alright. Yuri Han does have line of sight, so we'll let them put some shots. Looks like they are throwing some grenades, so that's okay. We're getting kills. Now, can we get the rear element that tried to come up and support them from the west side? More grenades, boys. More grenades. Birdie's also just rifle, so we could move Birdie in there and keep the machine gun fire coming from, like, Caen. There we go. Okay, we got some surrenderees. Actually, was that all of them? Or, like, however many were remaining. Not necessarily a full squad, but the shooting stopped instantly. We do have 2 notifications, so it might be like 1 or 2 guys from each squad, but I think that's under control. We've now retaken the apple orchard. It's under ours, so let's move everybody to the west a little bit and see what's going on. I don't know, let's go up here, and you just stay inside, and then let's get Alex moving up. Yuri Han can just peek out right there. Contacts are closing in. They're just moving slowly, but they're coming. As much as I wanted Yamagata right there, we're going to move them back out, bring them over towards the opposite corner, just so we have firepower support and they're not being shot at by themselves. It's just one guy. K can move up, and then that's just 1 extra rifle to bring to bear. We are kind of stuck here with Onishi, so I think instead of having them fully split, let's bring the firepower over here because that's a machine gun team.
In position.
And everybody's repositioning on the east side okay. Okay, tank spotted up here on the road. It is looking right at us. We can't see it with either gun. Infantry close. They're coming down from the north. We are not in position for this, so let's get set. We're going to have to move Birdie back a little bit, avoid the tank, and get set for contact from the north. Let's bring Alex up here onto the east side. And then Yuri Han, let's just hold there for a minute, make sure that we're secure in the rear. Alright. Keep going. If we can get Zoo up there, we'll keep them in our support, and we'll bring some extra rifles. Help has arrived over here. Let's go ahead and just keep going. Onishi, get up there to the wall. Alright, grenades going out. Engage. Come on, guys. Shoot before they get you. Let's go ahead and we're going to peel off Abel and Akuma, and we're going to get support coming in from their rear. It's going to take a moment to arrive, but they've done their part of scouting and didn't help, so we're going to get them in on the backside of the fight now. I think if we pinch them here, this will be a pretty safe fight. I don't think we'll take a lot of casualties here, even though we don't have the cover that we want. Tank's moving. Tank's considering a push right now, and that's not the time to do it.
In position.
Don't they know that this is the most inconvenient time for me to have to deal with the tank? Alright, so I'm going to pull Onishi back. No line of sight here. Ken is struggling, so we're just going to let them put some rounds down range. Try and get these guys pinned down. Yuri Han is making their way to where it should be useful. Just too many trees in the middle. That's our big problem. See if Ken can get around these trees. Zoo, we have to be careful with, only 2 men, but we need that submachine gun. And then we got support coming in here. We do have an MG42 as well as some rifles, so we should be able to put some good fire on. Yamagata is ready, but will the tank go somewhere that's convenient? I don't know. If he rolls down to the intersection, we'll have like a nice side shot before he can do anything. All right, line of sight has appeared for us, so I think we'll give just another minute here for Abel. Make sure this guy gets closer. There we go. I think he'll continue closing the distance. All right, this is their platoon leader as well, so this should hurt their morale pretty good if we can get these guys. Just do like a full wipe. Let's go ahead and light this up. Doesn't seem to change anything, but it also did not reveal an additional unit. We're getting shot at. I need Birdie to go east, which sucks because I really want to keep the fire on them, but I don't want to just take tank rounds. All right. Tank's maybe considering a U-turn. Oh, no, he's not. He's actually just going across the bocage into the field. That might work okay for us because we won't have to see around it. We'll just see through the open field once the tank's close. There's that mark, so somebody survives, but I'm not sure what the situation is. So let's go ahead and start looking for that last guy or new squad or whatever that is up there. All right, well out of range, but he is static there, so we'll leave him there for a minute. Do not want to take the ceasefire, which makes sense. I mean, they have good morale, but, you know, why not ask for it? That went very quick. All right, we're going to move up there. There's one guy remaining that we did not get. Put some shots on that with the machine gun. Okay, hold fire, Alex. Yuri Han, don't get shot by friendlies. Okay. I don't know where this guy is, and I don't know how the tank pulled that shot off. Did they just overshoot Birdie? So let's not stick around and find out. You guys go down away from the wall, move east. Let's go ahead and move up here, take this position. And we'll start flanking around to the north and see if we can do anything about putting pressure on the rear of that tank. Infantry's still kind of hanging out. They're trying to move in, but the tank has stopped its effort. Also, this guy's still shooting at us. Yuri Han, go east. Right up there. Shots. Oh, he's like right on top of us. Maybe? There we go. Okay. That was wild. Like, we stood there next to him and it was like, hey, hang out with us. He's like, sure, why not? All right, now they're getting close. So, let's get set for contact as they crawl out into the intersection. And we'll go ahead and move Onishi up here. Well, oh, shoot. Hold on. No, we won't. They're already across the intersection. That's a different team, but they made it across, so they're pushing into our territory. Cover east. And I think Onishi's going to go down and around to the flag, try and cut them off. And if we can get Kanata out, we'll go ahead and do the same there. The tank hasn't moved. I actually don't know if the tank is stuck, but I think our guys can hold it for a minute. Both have Panzerfausts. So move up here. Let's go ahead and get up to that corner. Just get everybody moving that way. And then we've got no one left behind in the orchard. That's fine. Tank still hasn't moved. So let's consider it stuck for now. Put some shots out there. It's okay, guys. Go ahead and shoot. Not sure if this was just like random fire. Oh, wow. Tank spotted him. Nope. Come on. Get away. I don't know if we smoked this. Do they have smoke? We need to get out of here. No? I mean, they have it. It's just they're not throwing it. I think it's because they're suppressed. So we are just going to have to get out. If they can just run out of his line of sight, they'll be fine. Save your ammo there. We're not hitting anything. Keep going, guys. Do the same trek. Out and around. All clear up here so far. I don't know. He went way over. Let's come back. So keep moving up. Looks like no line of sight or visuals. I think let's try and take another truce. Okay, they accepted it. They weren't ready to tell us that they were offering, but they are at 62% morale and we're at 100, and they thought that was a good time to take a break. So we didn't die to the tanks. I like it. It looks like we killed 9, we wounded 19, and we took 3 prisoners. They have a damaged tank. Now, I don't think we actually ever fired at a tank, so I'm wondering if that one is stuck and it tracked itself when crossing the bocage. So, still, that's a win. They killed 3 of ours and wounded 9, but those are our only casualties. They're still avoiding our AT guns, but because they're avoiding them, they're also not destroying them. We'll start off with Zoo, who has no kills, but they were very supportive. Birdie has some casualties and 1 kill. Ken has 8 kills. And then we got Yuri Han with 1 kill. Alex has 12 kills. And then Akuma was late to the party, no kills. Same with Abel, but they did get 2. And then we've got Akira with 1 kill. Tatsuo has 3 kills, but they're lost. Kanada has no kills, and they're all fine. Onishi has no kills. Kei has 1 survivor, no kills. Sakiyama, no kills. And Yamagata is the same, no use in the Panzerjägers. And we shouldn't have anything with Maya or Cammy. So, all clear there. Alright, so enemy platoon leaders wiped out. They had 2 kills. And Light Mortar got 1 kill. Piet has none. Rifle all survived, no kills. And then Bren survived, no kills. This Bren's got 3 kills. And then we've got another Bren, but this one's wiped out, no kills. And then in second platoon, Bren wiped out, no kills. And the last Bren in second platoon wiped out, no kills. Vickers crew, I don't think we ever saw them, no kills. Okay, so the Churchill did get 2 kills. And then we have the Crocodile, who has 4 kills. I feel like I was true to my word in trying to take it more cautiously, and I was looking for that ceasefire. We were just trying to take some ground and delay, and then nothing risky happened, so I feel really good about the way this battle went. I think a little bit more like that, and we can keep pushing them back, but we'll have armor coming up here soon, so let's hold out and let's watch for that. I hope everybody else enjoyed the video. If so, like it. Go ahead and subscribe and comment to help support the channel. And you can support me as a content creator by joining the memberships. Outside of that, I hope everybody's having a great time. Stick with it. We're almost done with the Axis campaign, and we'll start something new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.